Enoch Burke, Friday the 27th of March 2024. Folks, I'm celebrating a bit because I'm at the end of my calving season on the farm, and I'm glad to report all went well. The last calf was delivered yesterday and he's up and running about and healthy and sucking and all that. So it's cause to celebrate. I have ones further on in the summer, but that'll be a while. So maybe you might actually might go out for a meal tonight or something like that. Okay, now folks, what I want to say about Enoch Burke, I don't know the man at all. I know nothing about him, hardly anything. He's from the Midlands, awfully, I think. And there's a school down there, and that school, actually, I think it's one of the Protestant churches, but it had a rule about calling boys girls and all this type of things. Now, my view on all that stuff is that we should leave the youngsters till they get to a certain age, and certainly that shouldn't be school. We should let them get up to their at least 17 before they declare what sexuality they are, or before any operations can be done on them, and let people decide, because people change. I mean, you could get a situation where the chap involved in Enoch Burke, the student, could come out at 22 years of age and say, you know something, I'm not gay at all. I want to be a man, I love a wee girl, and we're going to get married. You can't get down that low. Let the gay people go on and do their thing. And I can tell you, I know a lot of gay people do not want this nonsense that's going on. This is wokeism run by the World Economic Forum and all of those, and we're fighting it hard. The government took on the Irish mammies in the referenda, and they were roundly defeated. Varadkar's gone. I've no doubt he'll eventually end up over in Chicago with his boyfriend over there, and he'll join the rest of these crowd. Leo Varadkar, well, he's not gone yet, I have to admit that. Catherine Sapone, come ripping over here. Oh, she knew how to run the poor people of Dublin so much better than the people who were born here. It reminds me of Jane in Tarzan, you know, and Tarzan himself, he was a white fella, and he could talk to the animals, and the people living there for thousands of years couldn't come off it. And then you have this Dee Forbes one. Oh, she come tearing over all. Oh, she was woke. Oh, she was woke. Humped off, won't come back even to the inquiry, and that Sapone one won't come back to an inquiry here either. So this is the pattern. They make a complete mess. They come in all glitter, all celeb. They make a complete mess of it. They fail. They grab whatever's left and they hump off and will not come back. People of Dublin, will you for God's sake cop on? Voting for these idiots is voting against yourself. Will you please learn from Catherine Sapone? Please learn. That's not the way to go. Now, the poor people of Dublin are realising that this government run by Leo Varadkar is not on their side. The working class people of Dublin are harassing the Sinn Féin candidates on the election and referendum trail. And some of those people have cousins, uncles who lost their home and are sleeping on the street, and they see provision being made for all these people coming in by a war that we had no active part in, and was started by people who are evil in many ways. Now, the other thing about it is, I just heard there is a grant of €800 to bring in a cat or a dog from abroad. A grant of €800. Imagine that. Now, enough said there. Now, I don't know Enoch Burke. He called a boy him. But I think we need legislation to forbid schools to do it. We need to decide where we stand on all of this stuff. Now, Enoch Burke is in prison, and they'll be on here underneath me here. Oh no, he's not in jail for anything like that. He's in jail because he refused to obey the order of the court. Those who say he refused to obey the order of the court, those who say he refused to obey the order of the court, I need to hear, why was there an order of the court? It was to stay away from the school. Why was he forbidden to go into his own school where he was employed? Because he called a boy him. So if the law was that the person who made the rule in the school got 6 years in Mountjoy, in with the rest of the buckos up there, they wouldn't do it again. In this country, a man once got 6 years in jail for failing to put the right description on garlic, would you believe? on garlic. He called them onions. And I was a fair age before I knew there was a difference. Right. Now, so the thing about it is, this is the rule. I want that changed. Now, what about Enoch Burke? Is he not a kind of a celebrity in the current political environment where I am beginning to think that there's a sea change against the government? There's even a bit of a whimper that Helen McEntee may not run again in Nobber, in Meath, up there. And there's a talk that Coveney's not going to run again, that Simon Coveney won't run again. And they might know something that we don't. But in any event, I've asked and begged Conor McGregor, the mixed martial art fella. I can beat him in debate any day, but I won't take him on with the mixed martial art. I'm brave, but I'm not that brave. Anyway, I digress. No harm in having a bit of fun. But anyway, Conor McGregor should have contacted me, and he should have chosen one of the two parties, the Irish Freedom Party or the National Party. We are not in competition, and I will make sure we're not. Now, the thing about it is, Enoch Burke should now pick a party, one of the two, doesn't matter. If he gets on to me, I'll try and steer him towards the National Party, because there is an to the Freedom Party. I get mixed up. I'm a member of both, would you believe? But I'll try and steer him towards the Irish Freedom Party and get us out of this decrepit EU. But Val Martin, European Platform Against Wind Farms, Kingscourt. European Platform Against Wind Farms, Kingscourt. And I will get back and whatever, or send me word on his behalf. I'll ask the party to allow him join, or even the National Party. He can do that and join it up. And when he comes up for the election, whether he's in jail or not, he can stand, and I'll endorse him. And I hope I'm not sorry. I don't know the man too well, but I think that the Irish people will make him a TD. And when he gets to be a TD, then we'll have other TDs there, and we will try to change this horrible law. May I say to people who are gay, who are of a different background, you must always be a minority. The man-woman relationship is what reproduces the population, and that must be protected. But we can make way for alternative lifestyles as well. It's just live and let live. But what we can't do is to promote what's happening, where they want to dump out all our tradition and replace it with this woke nonsense. That's not on. So now, folks, I've made that clear. Enoch Burke can. I'll give you 8-1 he won't. I knew when I recommended Conor McGregor do it, I'd have given you 10-1 he won't. Whatever it is about a lot of people, they will not score the goal, and it's straight in front of them. And I see the best of barristers and lawyers. I have an open way to block all energy infrastructure, because there's no SCA done, but you have to go through the courts and you have to go through a certain way. I have all that researched, and they will do everything complaining, but they won't score the obvious goal. But however, slowly but surely, we will get there. So Enoch Burke, just consider what I'm saying. Become a member of one of those two parties. There is an independent party. Well, we've enough of parties. God knows we have. We'll weigh them all up. I'm not against them either. I'm just against Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, Labour, Sinn Féin, and the Greens. I think that's them all. They're all in the one boat. Their vote is collapsing, and we may as well jump and take it. Folks, that's it. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down for a funny kind of a video, but I hope it's okay. Thank you.